I'm just on a mission to build systems that work well and don't risk people's money, like a significant amount of their money, and that they can actually be happy with, and come back later and say, Kevin, you actually gave me something that, beats the average, like stock market returns or real estate. So thank you. That's really our only goal. So that's what we're just going to continue to focus on.
Well, I think you get an A+ on customer service and really
Hmm.
having the desire to, and at this level, I don't know how many users you actually have, how many customers you have, but it's kind of like with Steve Jobs, the way that he actually did things. He was rough, but though he was real rough. I've read a lot of biographies on him and stuff,
Hmm.
but still, he was very involved and
Yeah.
very involved, not just with his employees, but with the customers. So he really knew, okay, that's what they think they want, but you know how he operated was a little different. But I really like that. Okay, if I send a text, I know I'm going to get a response. If I send a message, that you put it in the little group, somebody's going to respond. And that's really what's important. Not necessarily that everything's always going to be perfect, but that you don't feel like, oh, they don't ghost you.
Yeah.
Things are not going well. So it's like, they gone and disappear. I don't feel that way with you guys. I feel like if
Good.
something's going on and I don't understand something, or I want to give a little bit of input of what I'm thinking and whatnot, somebody's going to come back and say, hey, okay. And then it calms the fears. Like you said, most people don't know how to control their emotions, especially when it comes down to trading. Let's
Yeah.
take these
That's true.
last like 5-6 days. Uh, Everybody loves it when you see, oh, the ROI for the day was $1,000. Like me, hey, hey, well,
Yeah.
$1,000 for that day, and then you get one that comes back at 100, and you kind of like, but you know that the system is working. You know that
Yeah.
it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. And if it comes back where there's nothing that day, you go, okay, no big deal. Evidently, they're doing what they need to do to get rid of some of the bad trades, probably equaling out. That is a question that I do have. I want to make sure I understand that, but
Yeah.
I feel comfortable. Um,
Good. That the
I,
first one's not always the right one, not always the best one. And sometimes they come as a learning experience.
So my first time doing a bot, I just kind of like went into it based on the glam, if you would. They did a real good job of marketing the product,
Gotcha.
and I'm like, and I don't know if you're going to use this part for whatever, but it was with Carvado,
Gotcha.
and they did a real good job of marketing. I mean, it looked good. It really did.
Yeah.
I got in, and it was a mess. I'm like,
Damn.
yeah, it was a mess. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, what I need is people that respond. I need people that are going to be honest with me, tell me what my risks are, tell
Yeah.
me that, that they're, why this works and how it works. And
Mhm.
that's what I was looking for. So
Transparency, basically.
transparency,
And
yeah,
it's
definitely.
honestly not that much to ask for. So the fact that you have to like it's you're pulling teeth with a lot of these other companies is just kind of wild, and it sucks. I feel bad for people that go through experiences like that. I went through one myself, so I understand what it's like. And when I see people experiencing that, it pisses me off.
Right.
But it also helps me as a business owner strive to work even harder to make sure we are not that guy. Like we are not that company. We are the company that does the good things, the people that are delivering a good, healthy ROI, but also being fully transparent. Like I said, it's not hard to be transparent if you're an honest guy. Like, ask me a question: what's the stop loss? How does the system actually work? If I message you, am I going to get a response? Those should all be yeses. Those should all be pretty easy to answer. So, what you're seeking isn't, what you're looking for isn't anything from a different universe, but sometimes it seems like it might be, right? With the way
Right.
some people do business.
Well, and that's what I was looking for in a mate. Someone who, they really were interested in me, not the
Mm,
things that I had.
yeah.
Like I said, in the 90s, I had a T-top ZRX1. Trust me, very few guys had that car. I had some nice little toys. So I
That's
wanted to
sweet.
know, do you like me or do you like what I have?
Yeah.
And the same
That's
thing, I
me.
know even today, me being with you, I'm always conscious of who I'm representing, which is, first of all, him. Secondly, my family. And then third, the person that I'm doing business with. So I always want to put on a good presentation in that.
Yeah, so
I
you come from
appreciate
a
you
bad
sharing
past
that with me.
experience, essentially. You've had a bad past experience with Corvado, you said. They
Yeah,
weren't very
yeah.
transparent. So far with us, obviously, number one, your results. So how have the results been with us specifically, with the Gemeos algos?
Oh, been very positive. I look daily. I just do. I know, like you said, to be
I
able to
know
shut it
too.
down, walk away. But it's like with anything else. I take care, not comparing you to him, but just saying
Mhm.
things that you love or whatnot, things that you care about. I have a dog. I don't go one day without saying hi to my dog unless I'm out of town or something like that. I enjoy my pet, right? So I
Yeah.
enjoy seeing what happened. I enjoy going over, okay, what did hit, what didn't hit, and just kind of like I got a meta trader, so sometimes I do dummy trades and everything. Say, okay, I'm gonna see what that does and how that looks and everything based on
Mhm.
what XO actually XO sends us out
Yeah.
and things of that nature, and do dummy trades and stuff like that, and have fun that way. I'm still actively a licensed insurance agent. So I do all the life benefits and everything from, helping people to replace their income with that. It's for me, it's good to see it on a daily basis. It gives me something else to do too.
Makes you build up some thick skin too once you see, because not everything is sunshine and rainbows with trading, right? There's going to be drawdowns and losing trades. So a lot of people have a hard time dealing with that. The good thing is you're not the one doing the trading, so you don't have to make any decisions. But it's good for you to build up some thick skin and watching it happen. So if you go through drawdowns and then some losing trades, but then you also see the winning trades come back, and then after a few months you're making net profits, you're like,
Mhm.
okay, I get it now, right? And a lot
Right.
of people, that's where they get hung up. As soon as they see some drawdowns or some losing trades, they're like, something's broken, something's wrong, this might not be working. But if they just give it a little bit more time and time for the system to do what it's designed for, they go, okay, I'm actually making money though. So even though there's some things that kind of scare me or bother me here and there, I'm making money and I'm making good money. So that's good. That it's nothing wrong with watching it every day. It can drive you a bit nuts, but it will help you build up some thick skin and some resiliency to what day trading is, which is not for the faint of heart for sure.
Right. Well, I see this as obviously that hopefully I don't look 60, but I'm 60 now.
Okay.
Um,
I was going to
I,
say like 49, 48, 49.
Well, thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I expect, hopefully, with the technology that's going out, like with your mom, I was going to tell you about Parkinson and everything. I found
Mm.
this company from a friend of mine because I did networking as well. I was pretty good at it. I was a diamond with a specific company. It took me time, though. I didn't get in the first 2 or 3 years. As a matter of fact, I didn't make very much money, not really money that the wife could say, yeah, you can quit your job for 10 years. And then year number 10 of doing networking and everything like that, I made $500,000, and I made another $500,000, and then I made 700,000. I did pretty good for a nice little slant of time there.
Nice.
Built teams all over the world. But the long-term picture is, okay, I'm going to be here for another 25 years if technology keeps on doing what it's doing. It's keeping us alive longer. They're figuring out how to deal with diabetes. That's what killed everybody in my family,
Mm.
diabetes and alcohol. So I don't drink and I watch what I eat, right?
There you go.
So, but if they continue to advance like they have been with the bio things that they can do, I
Mm.
expect to be here a good 85, maybe even 95 years. So I got 25 years in front of me
Yeah,
to be able
absolutely.
to actually find something now that over the next 5 years, my wife, she works for an oil and gas company, for both of us to be able to say at 65, we don't have to.
Yeah, we're
We don't
making some
want
money.
to. We want to do what we want to do for the next 20 years.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. For the next 20 years. And also still, I have a 24-year, she'll turn 24 in a couple of days.
Okay.
Uh, that, to be able to leave her something that
Yeah,
hopefully is still ahead of inflation.
got you.
You
That
know what I
actually
mean?
answers my one question because I was going to ask what your goals are with the system, but you just answered all that perfectly.
Yeah.
And you see,
My
we're
wife,
talking about the support for a minute too. You're saying you get answers quickly. So your support, you would rate our level of support and guidance to you, the customer, is good, bad, slow, fast.
off the meter, great. I just, there's,
Love
I,
it.
I don't, like I said, I've owned
You work hard at that
Mercedes.
part too.
Yeah, I've owned Mercedes. I've owned Corvettes, I've owned nice vehicles, and Lexus is better than Mercedes in regards to customer service. When we got
Gotcha.
the Mercedes, we went back and got another Lexus just because of the
Really?
customer service. So
Wow.
you guys have surpassed that. I was telling my wife, I don't think I've had better customer service. Because even within, you always had somebody different or whatnot. You guys give that family feeling. Okay, I know that Deandra is going to get to somebody's going to reach out to me and say something that they're going to schedule a meeting or tell me, send me a link to schedule a meeting. All that's important, especially like I said, I'm getting ready to double what I actually started with you guys. So I'm gonna take
Yeah.
another and I'm gonna double that to put that in there. Me and my wife said we're gonna wait until the summer to do it, but we're gonna do it this year. We're gonna double up on it because we do feel so comfortable that okay, it's in a place that they really care about you, not just that you got money here, but they really care.
Good.
It
I'm glad we
shows
make you
that.
feel that way because we work really hard at the customer service, which I'm sure you can see that through our level of communication in the support chat specifically.
Yeah,
Because we
it's
work
above and
pretty hard
beyond.
with that.
Definitely, out of 5 stars, it's 7 stars completion. Yes.
Appreciate that. So your results overall, your results have been good with the algos. You love the support. You're giving it a 7 out of 5, which is, I mean, I appreciate that, man. I think I was talking to another customer about this, but with the trading side, no matter what we're doing with the trading, that's always going to be the same thing for us. Like we're always putting in maximum effort. Obviously, we're trying really hard to trade and do really, really good with our trading strategies, but that shines through the results, which are going to be different every month, right? With the customer service, we're putting in maximum effort there, and that's when people praise our customer service and say that we do a good job helping them and communicating with them. We feel good about that because we work really, really hard to be present every single day, even as the two owners of the companies. Like we don't need to be in the support chats. We have multiple managers and representatives that are there. Me and Leslie are in every single customer chat, and we're actually chiming in just about every day, even though we have all these other things going on and all these things to manage. I'm talking with the developers, we're watching over the trades. I'm still jumping in the chats and checking messages to make sure all the customers are good. Leslie and I do that every single day. So for us to get praised on that, it means a lot. Like we appreciate that a lot. So I thank you for that.
Well, like you just hired somebody else to actually go in there and you let everybody know. Companies don't do that anymore. They switch people out to whatever the reasons, and they can do what they want to. But the transparency of saying, "Hey, we just brought somebody else on," blah 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 blah. That
Yeah.
that tells me, okay, you want us to know how you're running your organization, with the support that we get. So I
Yeah.
saw that, and you got the heart, you got the thumbs up, and that's like to me, that's cool. You don't get that with everybody else. You guys are operating up here right now.
Yeah. And we want to continue to do better and better and better if we can, right? If at all possible.
Yeah.
So I
So
appreciate that, Craig.